Hey, what's up, Army? Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to share this space with me. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I'm outside because there's just too much going on inside, and it actually feels really good to be out here. It does. I don't know. There's something about reading outside I really like. It's just the setup that's a total pain in the ass. But I'm here, got my cards, got my charms, ready to go. That being said, let's get into it. I have a couple channeled songs I've been hearing for like the last 3 days. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Specifically the line, Turn Around Bright Eyes. And, did I write it down? I didn't write it down. I wrote it down on a different piece of paper, and I don't have that. Anyway, you know the song. I'm going to link it. I got 3 songs. I'm going to link them all. Then earlier today, I was hearing that song, You're free to do what you want to do. You got to live your life to do what you want to do. Yeah, somebody's free, or somebody needs to realize that they're free to do whatever it is that they want. Maybe somebody feels trapped. The message clearly is that you're free to do what you want to do, to love who you want to love, and be what you want to be. I'm hearing now social standards, social standing, social structures. SS might be significant. I'm getting a lot of double S's right now. I'm hearing scripture. Scripture standards. Maybe somebody is holding themselves to religious standards. That's what it's sounding like. The only bad downside to this is that I can't. I mean, I guess I can sit back. Getting the energy of somebody. I'm hearing reevaluating, questioning. This came up in the last reading, questioning your religious beliefs, your questioning religion. I know I've discussed to you I've discussed I guess to you, because we didn't really have an open dialogue about it, but I've discussed before how I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and without getting into too much detail about that, if you know, you know. When I woke up, the fact that I was raised in this religion, and I woke up to realize, hey, wait a second, something ain't right here. I mean, it never really felt right to me. I felt a lot like there was something wrong with me because it didn't make sense to me. I felt a lot like I was what Spirit is trying to show me something very specific right now. That feeling of not being enough, not being able to be perfect enough, not being able to live up to God's quote unquote standards, when in reality the standards that I was raised with. I'm having difficulty speaking. The energy is coming through very fast right now. It's coming in faster than I can speak. Those standards were not God's standards. Those standards were man's standards. Those standards were set forth by a group of men claiming to be God. Let's put it that way. 444, which is really what most religion is, to be perfectly honest with you, not to insult anybody. If religion's your thing, religion's your thing. That's cool, that's fine. But at the end of the day, every religion is man's interpretation of what they think God wants us to do. So I'm hearing again that song, you're free to do what you want to do. It is okay for you to live life up to your own interpretation. I'm hearing do no harm, take no shit. We say that all the time. Recognizing that every action has a reaction, a cause and effect. There are repercussions for what we do, and those repercussions are karmic repercussions. Those repercussions are, I'm hearing magnetic repercussions. Spirit is saying that people will take that. I'm free to do what I want to do. God's not going to judge me. But it's this energy. If there is no religion, there is no God. But that's not the case. Spirit's reminding me of a message that I channeled earlier that I was not sure if it was just for me or if it was for everybody. Again, I have it in a different book. I wrote it down in a different book. I decided to make a separate personal book. But I'm being reminded now there's a difference between believing and knowing. Spirit was asking me, you believe it, but do you know it? You can believe in your power, but do you know it? Belief is the way I was being shown is belief is not as concrete as knowing. You can believe you're a good person, or you can know you're a good person. Knowing takes self-awareness. Knowing takes accountability. Knowing, there's a lot of people saying, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, and they're not taking accountability for their flaws. Religion, back to that, sets forth this standard of perfection. Let me be the good Christian, the good, whatever your religion is. I'm going to do the right thing. The right thing is the thing that flows with what your spirit wants. The right thing is the thing that speaks to your heart. The right thing is the thing that comes from truth and honesty. These societal standards, these religious standards, these rules. I'm sorry, it's just these rules that are set forth by man. It's a matter of somebody else's opinion. Again, I'm hearing again. It's up to your own interpretation. Following certain standards or rules, or following guidelines set forth by man can force you to do things you don't want to do. Are you giving to charity because that's what you feel personally motivated to do, or are you giving to charity because it's the right thing to do? Are you helping somebody because you feel like it's the Christian thing to do, or are you helping somebody because it's in your heart to do so? Are you understanding the difference? Somebody needs to hear that. Somebody is struggling with, this is what I'm supposed to do, but it's not what I want to do. This is what I've been taught I'm supposed to want, but it's not what I want. I don't know what this is pertaining to. It does feel very religious, very religious standards of what is right and what is wrong. Spirit is saying, remember, there's a balance between the light and the dark. And somebody feels like they can't stand up for themselves because they have to be nice. Somebody feels like they can't stand up for themselves because they have, there's this submissive energy. Who are you submitting to? What are you submitting to? Is it a Spirit is saying, is it a narcissistic standard? I'm getting the example of like somebody in an abusive relationship, a toxic relationship, where the other partner says, well, you're not allowed to do this, and I don't like when you do this, and I don't like when you do that. Or let's say, I don't like when you wear short skirts, or I don't like when you wear gray sweatpants, or I don't somebody has set these rules and guidelines for somebody that they don't agree with, but they feel like, I'm hearing, to be the good wife, they need to do it. It's this feeling of, my relationship is not working out because I'm not doing the right thing. This is not working out because I'm not following this. And it's not that, it's not that, it's you. You're not following your heart. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not following what it is what you are naturally inclined to do, what your spirit is telling you to do. Somebody feels like what their spirit is telling them to do is demonic because it doesn't fall in line with what they've been raised as, or to believe, or to feel, or I'm hearing the song again. You're free to do what you want to do. You got to live your life. Do what you want to do. We can't live our lives okay, there's a fine line. I was going to say, we can't live our lives based on the afterlife. We don't know the afterlife. Now, anyone who's been watching me knows that I very, I watch a lot of near-death experiences. I've been reading near-death experiences for years, and while there are some main points, main things that happen, one being that when we cross over, we go through our life and see. Spirit is showing me this example that I had seen one woman's near-death experience where she was placed in front of this I don't, forgive me if I've told you guys about this one before, that this woman was placed in front of a like a treasure chest, and inside the treasure chest were all these like bubbles or like balls, and inside each ball was a memory. And she spoke specifically about this one memory. She pulled it out of the treasure chest, and she had to go through I think she was passed over for like 15 minutes on this side, but on the other side she felt like she lived 3 years, because she went through this entire treasure chest of memories. But one she speaks specifically about is she was shown when she was young, maybe 2 years old, I feel like. She was very young, and she was at her grandmother's house, and she pulled her grandmother's cat's tail, and the cat turned around and hissed at her, and like, I don't remember if the cat clawed her, but the cat had this like horrific reaction, and she remembered it as a traumatizing experience. She went through it. She went through, as she saw herself as a child seeing this cat and just pulling the tail, and she didn't know why she did it. She just pulled the tail, and the cat was, and then she was placed in the energy of the cat, and she felt all the pain that this cat felt. She saw the experience from the cat's viewpoint, and she felt the pain of that she caused this cat. She felt the pain go through her body as she pulled this cat's tail. And I've seen so many experiences of how people, when they cross over, and it's not just like this life review, it is a life review to see how we have affected other people. And you know, people talk a lot about how if you could just walk in my shoes, we are shown that. So to take it back to what I was saying, Spirit is saying there is no condemnation. There is no condemnation unless you believe it. Living your life in fear of what's gonna I don't know how to say this. Recognizing your accountability for your actions. You will be shown how you hurt other people. If you are malicious and steal from other people, and you know, you will be shown how your effect on other people. So this life experience requires awareness of your effect on other people, is basically what Spirit is trying to say. But to live in fear of that, to live in fear of some kind of eternal damnation, that doesn't exist. Spirit is saying there are people that will hear me say this and feel like I'm giving evil a pass. That's not where I just heard. That's not where we're coming from. Clearly, I'm saying that there is a level of accountability after you die, right? Yeah, you will see how you've affected other people if you don't see it in this life. And I've spoken about this before. I know I have. It's healing and taking accountability before then, so you don't have to carry it into the next life and learn the same lessons. There are many different beliefs. And this goes back to belief and knowing. When I speak about these near-death experiences, even though I've never coded or had or died that I know of, and had a near-death experience like that, I consider the spiritual attack that I've discussed with you guys a near-death experience for me, just because of how close I was. Spirit is telling me I was close to the angel of death. I have no explanation for my knowing that these things happen on the other side. Spirit is saying beliefs create your experience, and your knowing changes everything. There's a difference between belief and knowing, and I hope I'm making sense. You can believe in fairies, but you won't know it until you see one. You can believe in angels, but there are people who know there are angels because they can see them. You feel me? You can, Spirit's giving me the example, you can believe in, you can believe that people do dark magic, and you can believe that people do spell work, but you don't know it until you're on the receiving end of that, and recognize your need for protection, until you're on the receiving end of these entities. Experience gives you the knowing, belief, you know, do you believe in your power, or do you know you're powerful? Do you believe in the other side, or do you know it exists? I don't know who this is for, clearly, but I'm hearing cold. I'm feeling a little cold. Somebody is cold. Hold on a second. All right, I'm sorry. Strange that I felt cold and then I got interrupted, right? I don't think that's strange. I don't think that's a coincidence. I'm hearing pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the things that get dismissed by regular people. The things that get dismissed by my hair's frizzing. The things that get dismissed by, I'm hearing again, regular people. People that are asleep. People that believe but don't know. It's, you know, you can tell somebody, just as God exists, the devil exists. Just as the light exists, the dark exists. And people can say, yeah, I believe that. I believe that. But they don't know. There are certain things in life that we don't get until we know. Something with the hands. I'm seeing like what is that? I'm seeing like a blue jelly, like a slime, like a blue slime. I don't know. It's got sparkles in it. Maybe you're playing with slime. Somebody, or your kid is playing with slime. This, I'm hearing foreign matter. Somebody came across something like that. Did you find something like? I'm seeing. You know that I don't know if you've ever seen like that bioluminescent algae in the water. Like when you disrupt it, it it glows. I'm seeing that, something about blue and glowing. I'm seeing a tall figure, a blue glowing tall figure. You've seen this? I'm seeing it standing in the dark. The way that bioluminescent water glows in the dark. I'm seeing this. I'm hearing alien. it's almost like this figure is bioluminescent. It's glowing, but it looks solid. It's like see-through solid, the way slime would be. I don't know what this is, but the energy is this. Somebody saw this, whether it was here, like in life, in reality, or you had a near-death experience or a dream where you saw this. I'm seeing it standing in somebody's room. I'm being reminded of this experience somebody told me about years ago that they had, that they got up from, like, in the middle of the night. They had this experience where like a door opened and they had this whole like universal experience. They don't know if they died in their sleep or they like came out of their body. It was an out-of-body experience. Somebody had an out-of-body experience with this blue being. Or if you do have this experience with this blue being, it's a sign. I feel like this message is all over the place. Again, I'm getting the difference between knowing and believing. Spirit is really trying to drive that home today. The difference between knowing and believing. Do you know, do you believe, or do you know? Knowing is in the gut. Knowing is concrete. Knowing is nobody can convince you otherwise. This is knowing the unseen. This is knowing. I'm hearing the word. What's that word? Palpable. Somebody had an experience that they could taste something. Somebody had an experience of, like, I'm getting like Avatar, like being in this like this fantasy world of fruit that you've never seen before, beings you've never seen before. It's like this alien experience. Somebody was on another planet, in another dimension, in another world, in another time, and they dismissed it as a dream, but it was so real. They like you woke up and you could taste it, you could still feel it. Blue is very significant. I'm seeing blue all over I'm seeing blue beings, blue flowers, blue fruit, blue glowing, blue flame. Zero, zero, five, five, five. I'm seeing double numbers. 1, 1, 2, 8, 2, 8, 78, Dolphins. I'm feeling somebody have this whole experience, this like, and I'm maybe, is it during a meditation? Just gotta chill. I don't know where this is going. I'm going to tell you the third song that I got because I'm hearing it in my head now. It took me a while to find it because all I could hear was the chorus, and I had no, I'm bad with songs. I have no idea who sang it, but my son actually helped me out with this one. It's the song Hemorrhage, or In My Hands, by Fuel, and I kept hearing Don't Fall Away. And the reason I was having a hard time is because I thought he was saying so far away, but he's not. He's saying don't fall away and leave me to myself. Don't fall away and leave love bleeding in my hands again. Leave love bleeding in my hands again. You know that song? I don't know, but that's the third song that I got, and I'm hearing it now. I'm getting the energy of somebody somebody had this experience, and it's the energy of being connected to something and then being disconnected, and it's like not knowing that you were connected to this amazing thing until you were disconnected. It's the energy of that I got in that last reading. I didn't realize I was in your light until you took the light away. Somebody is realizing that the experience they were having was real. I'm seeing that quote, I shall not commit the fashionable stupidity of disregarding everything I can't explain as a fraud. Somebody felt spiritually connected to a person, place, or thing. Somebody felt, I keep hearing the word transcendental. Somebody felt elevated. Somebody felt this strong spiritual connection, and they disregarded it. They dismissed it. And I'm hearing now hindsight is 2020. They're looking at this experience and saying, like, holy shit, I was there. I was in the presence of something amazing. I was in the light of something amazing. I was engulfed in something amazing. This warm, loving, blue energy. I keep seeing blue. Somebody thought they were hallucinating. They thought they were imagining it, glorifying it. I'm hearing turning it into a fantasy, a dream. And they're realizing now that it was real. And it defies or contradicts their belief system. This is that belief versus knowing. It contradicts their belief system, but they know what they experienced. I know what I experienced, regardless of what the books say, regardless of what the rules say, regardless of what science says, regardless of what all these things say, it can't be possible. I know what I experience. This is what somebody is realizing. That was real. Somebody is recognizing how logical and realistic they've been their whole life, and this experience is like, that's like, you know, hoopla. That's crazy talk. But they experienced it. This has got to be somebody that I'm talking to. You experienced this, and you know your experience was real. It's like the more you try to discredit it, my hands are getting cold. It's like the temperature is dropping so fast out here. The more you try to discredit it, the more convinced you are of the reality of it, whatever this is. Somebody can see blue around me. Spirit is literally showing me somebody watching me and seeing that blue light. Somebody has gained, I'm hearing spirit eyes. It's reminding me of that reading that I did months ago, where I picked up on a masculine energy that was like, am I seeing this? Am I seeing this? Or am I crazy? Am I seeing this? You're seeing it. And I think it's pretty fucking cool. I don't know where to go with this. I've been talking for 37 minutes. Feels like rambling. Bottom line is, you know what you know. And I'm hearing what you're seeing defies logic. But that doesn't mean it isn't real. Your experience defies logic. It defies what you know as your physical reality. It is transcendental. It is magical. It is blue. You had an experience. Wow. You had an experience, whether it be, I don't know, maybe you were tripping out, or you thought you were tripping out, hallucinating, a dream, a near-death experience. It's like something you forgot about with this blue light. And now you can see it on people or a person. Maybe you're not seeing me in blue light, but you see it on people. And these people, these things are connected to that world that you experienced. You are part of that world. You are from that world. And this is how you recognize. I'm just going to say it the way I'm hearing it. This is how you recognize those of us that are also from that world. There is this, I'm getting Avatar again. There's this otherworldly element that you are now able to see, whoever you are. Spirit wants you to know that you're not crazy and it is real. Trust yourself. Other people's opinions are none of your business. Trust yourself. And I'm hearing these lyrics again. Don't fall away. There's this energy of wanting to disconnect and discredit and shun that experience, but you are meant to connect to that. You are meant to ground to that, because that place, that energy is at the core of who you are. Somebody is afraid of, which I can relate to, somebody is afraid of like being even weirder than they've already been. Somebody is trying very hard to be normal. I just heard normal people don't know what they're doing. There's a quote that's in my cards from Maya Angelou. If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. I'm hearing love and acceptance. There is love and acceptance. Just speak your truth. There's somebody you feel will understand you. It's like you're surrounded by people you're like, I can't tell them. They're going to think I'm crazy, and I can't tell them. They're going to think I'm crazy. But them, that person, somebody feels like home, and it doesn't make sense why this person feels like home, but they feel like you can confide in them. I'm getting this comfort energy, this maternal nurturing energy that you see and feel in somebody that you don't understand why. And it's like, how am I don't even, this person doesn't know me, or I don't know this person, but somehow I know this person. Is that belief versus knowing. It's believing somebody is for you. There's hope in belief, and hope is not solid. Hope is, I hope it's that. I hope I win the lottery. I hope I get the day off. This is a knowing that you can't explain, and knowing somebody, you know somebody, and it doesn't make sense, and Spirit is saying, yes. Spirit is saying they know you too. When the eyes meet, when the eyes meet, what? Spirit's getting poetic on me. When the eyes meet, then when the eyes meet, the knowing will be mutual. Something like that. I'm not getting it. What are you saying? Something about when the eyes meet and greet, and basically what they're showing me is like it will be mutual. The knowing will know the knowing. It'll be like if you know, and I know, and you know, and like there won't be an explanation necessary. I'm seeing the card courage is facing the fear and doing it anyway. It's this I can't, I want to say something but I can't. I'm scared. I don't know, they're gonna think I'm weird, but I feel like they won't think I'm weird. Like I feel like there's this knowing that they will understand you, but how do I present it so that they understand me? And it's like you're putting all these preliminaries in front of something that doesn't require preliminaries. You're putting all these social standards and constructs and beliefs of like, I can't just walk up to somebody and look at them and expect them to know me and expect them to recognize me. Like I have to give some kind of explanation. I have to, but there's this knowing. I keep seeing the eyes meeting. When the eyes meet, the rest flows. When the eyes meet, the souls greet. Man, it's bigger than you, I'm hearing. When you know, you know. This is a beautiful energy. Even though I can sense that somebody has like this nervousness, this like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. Yes, Spirit is saying you can do it. You can just, I heard you say hi. Just say hi. I feel like I need to just like leave it at that. I don't know what I'm feeling. The nervousness of whoever you are. I'm feeling this energy. I'm feeling this I must be crazy. You know what? I don't there this is not because I saw a spirit is reminding me of this video I saw a while ago, not that long ago, it was like last week or whatever, of this girl who saw somebody online. She was like, God told me that we're supposed to be together, and she was like stalking this person and like knocking on their windows and all this other stuff. Like, that's not this is not God told me. This is, my soul just knows it. I don't know who you are. I don't know what this is. And I hope you have the courage to speak your truth. I think it's better to speak your truth than to live in regret or wondering, I wish I had said something. I wish I did something. It's get it over with. Spirit just said, get it over with. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. Maybe you think you have a lot to lose. Maybe I'm getting the energy of like a reputation to uphold. There's a lot of fear going on, and I can't push you past your fear. you're the only one that can push you past your fear. So I'm just going to say, pray about it, and good luck. I'm going to leave it at that and get into another reading. What the fuck? It was interesting. It was an interesting message, to say the least. If you're still with me, you're a real one. And I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for your love, your likes, your shares, your support, your emails, your donations, your all in all good vibes. I love it. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. You're beautiful. I love you.